Alright, today I wanted to do a quick video on one of my favorite features on the COROS watch, and that is the basic interval mode. I guess before I start, I want to do a couple disclaimers out of the way. First of all, I am not a coach, so I'm going to go over a little bit of how I use this mode in my training, but I'm not intending to give coaching advice to anyone. And then second is that I am partnered with COROS, so I'm going to show how to use this feature on the COROS Pace 3. But I think it can be valuable regardless of what watch you use or how you use it. Alright, so like I said, this is going to be on the COROS Pace 3. This basic interval feature is available on all of the COROS watches. The basic interval is pretty straightforward. It is something that can be set up that will have a set amount of repetitions, both run and rest intervals, and you can choose between different types of modes, whether that would be time or distance, and then you can set the number of reps and also the distance or duration of each one of the reps and the rest intervals. And additionally, you can also set warm-up and cool down all within that activity mode. So for me, anytime I want to do a workout session or long run where I'm going to be doing a set number of reps with the same type of duration on each one, I will use this mode. So if you're doing a little bit more complex session where you would be doing maybe mile repeats and then a shorter repeat as the second part of the workout, or one long chunk at a certain effort and then maybe some repeats at the end of the workout, that's going to be a little bit more advanced. That's something you can set up within the COROS app and create that kind of workout and send it to the watch to execute. But on the basic interval, it's a little bit more straightforward, where it would just be something like 10 by 3 minutes with 2 minutes rest, or 6 by 1 mile with 1 mile rest in between, or something along those lines. Anything where it's a constant number or a constant workout throughout the entirety of the activity. Very easy to manage with the basic interval, and then I find it's a lot easier to do than trying to just manually lap the watch or try to keep track of how far you've gone and how much time you have left in between each rep. So I think with that, the other note that I would have is that with the basic interval, instead of an actual programmed workout, you cannot set any intensity targets or ranges. So this is something that if you wanted to be hitting a specific pace or a range of paces on your workout, that's something, again, you'd have to set up within the app and send that over to the watch. But for me, usually I know basically what range I want to be working in, and with the basic interval setup, I can just use it to manage the time essentially, and then or the distance of each rep, and then the actual intensities are just something that I monitor with the normal workout screens that I have set up on the watch, and just essentially knowing what my targets are going to be for that workout. Alright, so with that, I think I'll go into a little bit on how to actually get into the basic interval screen and then set that up on the watch. This is something that I do generally just immediately before the run, so I'll jump into that. To go into the basic interval setting, you'll start by entering run mode and then scroll down to basic interval. So for this one, I'm going to change the number of repeats from 10 up to 16, and then my run, instead of being 1 mile repeats, it'll be based on time. I'll leave it at 3 minutes. And then my rest, I'll change again from 1 mile down to time and put it at 2 minutes. And then I'll leave warm up on and cool down on. And then after that, you can go right back to start training, and it'll go right into the run if you have GPS and heart rate signal acquired. With the warm up set as open, it'll just keep running through your warm up until you press the lap button. That'll take you into the next section, which is the run section, and shows the first of 16 sets. Alright, okay, so that one showed setting up a workout of 16 reps of 3 minutes on and 2 minutes off. That's something that I occasionally do on my long run, so I'll do the warm-up as open and the cool down as open, and usually do a couple miles of each of those. And then the session in the middle with 16 reps of 3 minutes on, 2 minutes off, ends up being around 18 or 19 miles, so around 30 kilometers for the total workout. And you can see the different intensities here on the COROS app, going between the run sections of 3 minutes on and then the 2-minute rest intervals with this session. Sometimes I tend to have a challenge and near the end, and usually I slow down on the rest more so than on the run sections, but still, with the basic interval, it's super easy to execute something like this. If I didn't have this set up on the watch, definitely would be a huge challenge to make sure I was hitting the 3 minutes on the run versus the 2 minutes on the off, and then also trying to count each one of the repetitions would be a huge challenge. So just doing this with the basic interval setup, really no planning at all involved in terms of setting something up and sending it over, so it's super convenient. Just start it right before my run, and then when I'm out on the run, really all I have to do is push one button to advance from the warm-up section into the workout, and then it just tells me what to do each time. It just beeps and says run, or beeps and then says rest, and I know just keep doing that until it switches over to cool down mode at the end. I don't need to count any of the reps or try to manage whether or not I'm on a run interval or a rest interval. And then at the end of the workout, I just end the activity, which ends the rest interval, and it saves the run. So I think that is it for the basic interval. Very easy to use. It has a somewhat limited use case, but depending on your training, if you are doing or just trying to get into intervals, I think it can be super valuable. And even I've been training for quite a while. I still very often use this feature because I like to do a lot of my workouts with pretty simple configuration where I'm not changing distances or intensities a lot throughout the workout. It'll just be a repetitions at a certain intensity. And this setting really helps me be able to manage that, and it's super convenient and easy to use. So I think that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.